Hello everybody, it's Foxy speaking, and welcome to another episode of Foxy's Fun Inspirational Chats. And today I will be your host. And in this episode, this is another Robert the Cat episode. Some time had passed since Robert the Cat was grounded. He was no longer grounded, but he decided not to take far too many chances going out. He'd eaten his breakfast, because obviously his owners were up and about and far more than out of bed and had watched the morning news. He decided to go around the neighbourhood and round up some friends of his. He had an idea in mind, so he nipped through the cat flap and went about to the neighbourhoods. First he saw his friend Blacksmith, the big black Maine Coon cat. "Hello, Robert," Blacksmith said. "You're looking in high spirits." "Oh, I am, Blacksmith. I've got something special to share," Robert said in excitement. "Oh, please tell me about it, Robert," Blacksmith said. So Robert told Blacksmith all about his plan. "Oh, cool," Blacksmith said. "Well, we shall look forward to your model rail event." That's to say. "Oh yes, I'm looking forward to getting the model rail event started," Robert said. "Do tell the others, won't you?" And so Robert walked back home to his house, and Blacksmith went about to the other neighbourhoods to tell all of their other friends, tell some of their other friends about the model rail event. Robert came back home. His owners had gone out for the day, so he went up to their bedroom where the model railway was. And so Robert the cat went up to the model railway to check it was okay. And so he got things set up. He could only get things set up what was nearest to him, like the nearest truck or nearest carriage on the model rail board, because he couldn't get it out the box himself. But fortunately most was already set up long before he would have set it up, so he got things set up in the nearest grasp of his reach. And once everything was set up, he rushed down the stairs to see if Blacksmith and the other cats had come about. Before long, Blacksmith had arrived and rounded up some friends. Following Blacksmith behind was Freddy, Florence, and Robert the cat's friend Ian. So Blacksmith, Florence, Freddy and Ian had come to see the event, or Robert's little event. "Oh, Robert," Florence said in excitement. "Oh, is the event going to happen?" "Oh, of course," Robert said. "Oh, where's your brother George?" Robert asked. "Oh, George, he's gone out hunting today. He's gone out hunting with his best friend, Emmett. George and Emmett have gone out hunting. So brother George missed the event. He's going to miss your event today, but I'm excited for it." "Oh yes," Florence said. "Oh, I for one am certainly excited to see it," Freddy said happily. "Oh, and I'm quite happy to see the event as well," Ian said. "Oh, come on, Robert, do show us the event," Blacksmith said. "Oh, yes, I'm going to show you right now," Robert said eagerly in excitement. And so, in a full swing and surge of excitement, Robert rushed up the stairs leading the way, and Blacksmith, Florence, Freddy and Ian followed and pursued him in follow. They came to the bedroom, and Robert hit the button, turned a little remote, and in action was the model railway. Blacksmith, Florence, Freddy and Ian sat on Robert the cat's owner's bed, so that they could get a good view watching the model railway itself. And Robert was sitting by the model railway at all times because he was in charge and had to keep an eye on the model railway at all times so that nothing would go wrong. Robert, Florence, Freddie, Blacksmith and Ian, the 5 cats were just enjoying themselves enormously, enjoying Robert the cat's little model railway performance he had put on himself. They just couldn't get enough of watching the fun. Before long a door went. Robert the cat's owners were back. They hadn't gone out long, they'd only gone out to get their weekly shopping done. And as Robert the cat's owners packed up their shopping, they were hearing some meow, meow, meow whooping noises and all that. "Oh, what's going on upstairs?" Robert the cat's owners said. And so the wife and the husband walked up the stairs. They walked into the bedroom and got a very nice surprise. There was Robert the cat, and they saw Robert the cat's friends, Blacksmith, Florence, Freddie and Ian, all enjoying Robert the cat's model railway performance. "Oh, Robert," the wife said, "what a lovely surprise we've come to. It's nice to see your little model rail event. And it's a good thing we got the model railway for you because you love your trains, don't you?" Robert the cat looked towards his owners lovingly and said, "Meow, meow." And Blacksmith, Florence, Freddie and Ian all turned towards Robert the cat's owners and gave them a friendly meow, meow, meow greetings. "Hello to you all," said the husband. "I do hope you're enjoying Robert's model rail event." And before long, the model railway fun and all the model rail action continued until before long it was time for Robert's tea. And when it was Robert the cat's tea time, this meant that Robert the cat's friends all had to go home for either their tea or to play for a little while longer, going out or enjoying their outing before heading back home for their tea time. Robert the cat and his friends Blacksmith, Florence, Freddie and Ian all followed him down the stairs as they knew it was time for them to go home too. "Oh, Robert, thank you so much for a good fun day," Blacksmith said. "Oh, Robert, this was a wonderful model rail event you put on for us," Florence said, and so Florence walked over to Robert and gave him a little kitty cat kiss and licked his nose. And then Robert tried to give a little kitty cat hug to Florence herself and knelt his head against Florence's head, rubbing it and nuzzling his cheek against Florence's cheek. He loved Florence, and Florence loved him. And Freddie said, "Thank you, Robert, for a fun model rail event day." And Ian was like, Oh, thank you, Robert. Ian said. "You are quite the rail enthusiast," Freddie said. "And you're always brilliant with your trains. You love your trains, don't you, Robert?" Florence said, "Oh, and you are certainly quite brilliant. You are definitely very, very brilliant." Blacksmith said, "Thank you, Blacksmith, Florence, Freddie and Ian. Thanks for being able to come to see the fun. But Blacksmith, I am so sorry I got you into so much trouble last time. I hope this can make up for the wrongdoing I did." "Oh, Robert, come along now," Florence said. "This was in the past. You've learned your lesson, and you've learned not to get yourself and Blacksmith into so much trouble again next time. I know now." Robert said, and so Blacksmith, Florence, Freddie and Ian walked out of Robert the cat's cat flap to go home, and before long it was time for Robert the cat to have his tea. He ate his tea and then watched some evening television with his owners. Then before long it was time for Robert and his owners to go to bed. And so they went up to bed and got themselves ready. Once they got themselves ready for bed, they got into bed and Robert slept on the bed with them. And before long, Robert the cat's owners and Robert fell fast asleep, happily reflecting on the wonderful memory and the wonderful impression he did on his friends by running the model rail events that Robert had done himself. He wondered if he could run a model rail event for a wider audience or for a lot of people to see. He wondered if he could be known as Robert the Cat, the first cat known to run a model railway for the general public or general residents of his home locality. The end. Thanks everybody all indeed for watching. This is indeed another Robert the Cat episode. Sorry if it was not as adventurous this time, but I thought I'd do the best I could with this one, just so that because I think it was time Robert the Cat learned from his punishment from the last story. I certainly think so. Thanks everybody indeed for watching, and I shall certainly see you in the very next video. Ta-ta, another time. From Foxy.